station. My name is Adekunle Adejumo, and I guess I'll find out what your name is when we open the phone lines on the other side. But it's time for us to take a look at some reflections this morning. And do remember the reflections, they are not open for conversation, just some matters that we need to pay attention to. First is the fact that River State seems to have gotten into a state of doldrum. Forget whatever is happening in Iran, it can run its own race. Forget what seems to be happening in Iraq. Disengage your mind with the fact that Israel and the US are having a combo to tackle Iran. Let's face River State. Are we still having politics or policies? What is happening with administration and governance in River State? Because the last check that was done, there was an outcry by the State House of Assembly relating to the education sector in the state. Yet, very little has been done in that regard. And maybe memory has failed me, but if I recall correctly, we're yet to talk about assertively passing the 2026 budget. What is happening in that regard? Is this another far distance play? Is this another stab in the dark? We need to be very serious and mindful about governance, and this is collectively speaking to members of the Rivers State House of Assembly as led by Honorable Chike Martin Samewule, the distinguished Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. We need to see the Assembly doing the work they ought to do. At least they should pretend to do so. It's tiring. River State is beginning to look like an hotel built, and all the gyration happened, and some few months later, people forget that that hotel exists in that location. Please, we need the works to get done. Your Excellency Governor Siminalayi Fubara, as your self-appointed advisor on matters that could cause trouble, I am back to your doorstep. Good morning to you. I hope you had a very decent sleep, one void of all the troubles and the noise. Let's not forget that we also have to remind our friends at Riwama on the need for us as a state to actually resume the monthly environmental sanitation and see how we can, remodel in that direction just to keep River State clean and manage to restore her to our garden city status. These are the matters of reminders that you've left on my desk. And Governor Sim Fubara, Amapu Senebo, I can't remember the other appellations, but please remember these are part of the necessities that we need to make happen. If Samuel Wanosike seems to be forgetting, we can do a reminder in that regard and see how we can make do of things to make them work. Many of the abandoned trucks belonging to contractors of Riwama, where they are sited now, have become the secondary site for scavenging. And if care is not taken, one day you find out that there's only a metallic part of that particular truck left, because those who own it will be doing a lot of decoupling in that regard. So let's take sanitation serious. Let's see what else we have under the... someone actually reached out to me, and if you're listening right now, kudos to you. I'd want to keep it safe and sane the way you had demanded, so I wouldn't go on to publish your name on radio. But he said, thank you, Mr. Ade, for actually embarking on, looking at vehicles, vehicles along Ikwe Road that have converted their tanks to jerry cans. And he says he bought about 5 of them, and every one of them had, the jerry cans as an alternative for their tanks, their fuel tanks, whatever they had put in there, whether diesel or petrol. And he said that the advocacy must not be toned down or relaxed. And I absolutely agree, even before you could utter those words. So this is another reminder to the sector commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, River State Command, Sixth Sense is telling me that in no distant time you may have to bid us farewell in River State. But before that happens, let's see a landmark collaboration between you and the people who encounter those people often on a bar road. I'm talking about the River State Police. So you can collaborate with Olugbenga Adepoju and the CP. We'll see how we can help Rivers people in that direction. The tanks are not hard and difficult to procure in terms of the amount allotted to them. So why risk the lives of innocent Nigerians who are basically looking for daily biscuits, because right now bread is an expensive site to actually visit. And that's where we wrap it up on the reflections this morning. Remember, hands off it. The reflections are not up for conversation. My name is Adekunle Adejumo. Let's get into our talking point on Real Talk this morning.